Alright, howdy y'all, and we're going to talk about what is currently my favorite Bowie. This is the Cold Steel 1917 Frontier Bowie. I'm not sure what they are going for. I believe that Cold Steel still says that they're worth $200. Very expensive knife. You can usually find them closer to like the $140 range from what I've seen. It's 1075 carbon steel with a full blued coating. It does not have what... It has a full length tang that goes all the way through, but it's not a full width all the way through the bottom. I have found that it gives it a great balance and a great grip, but it doesn't... That would not be a selling point for some people. I haven't had any trouble. I've batoned this. I've slammed it into stuff. Nothing I've done has remotely given me pause to do again. Cold Steel's kind of standard double screws right there. It has a really nice guard. As I mentioned on some of my other videos, it gets right here. It's a little bit tighter than the Wild West, but it locks. You're here. This one absolutely does not have a sharpened rear clip, and I haven't made up my mind yet whether I want to bother putting one on this one. It's heavier than the other ones. It feels a lot more like a short tomahawk. It's got a real nice forward balance to it. In here, I just oiled it before it came out here. It's a little slippery. It's nice. It's thick, pretty much its entire length. The fuller in here does a really good job of expanding it, lightening the load. I haven't found any task that I've tried with this that I couldn't do. It's really comfortable to whittle with. It's easy to chop trees down like a machete. It skins, it slices, it dices, it butchers. Right now this is what I'm grabbing as my one tool option. I'm probably going to make me another sheath for it, because once again it's got a dangle on it and it does not come out strong side. And I like having options. I like to carry my pistols cross-draw and stuff. And I just like having options. You never know when you're only going to have one arm and you can't yank it out with two. But that said, the sheath is a masterpiece of good work. It's several layers of traditional leather, real heavy duty. It has a frog that slips over that has the belt loop on it. And it does have a metal, I think this is called a chafe. At least they are in old school swords. What this is for is if you're riding a horse, or in this day and age you're riding a vehicle and you fall off, this is to keep the tip of the knife from coming out of the leather when all the weight and force lands down on it. So that's why you'll see these in a lot of old school things. It's classy. It rides well. I don't even mind the dangle on this one. It rides well. It's got enough weight that it doesn't just go flopping everywhere. It definitely holds the knife. So I'm going to go reposition, and we're going to do some chopping on some stuff and have some proper opinions. It's time to do my 1917 Frontier. Now this is my normal carry knife. I'm expecting great things out of it right here. That's some hardwood right there. Yeah. And it just gets in there and gets it done. See guys, that is some solid chunks right there, just flying out with this thing. Yeah, I talked about it before, but I can get right up in here. Just like everything else I've been using, and it just works. It's heavy, so you get a little bit more hand fatigue than some of the other knives, and I'll admit to that when doing whittling. But it's certainly ain't a real problem. Let me show you on some of this thinner stuff that doesn't bounce as easily. Just gets in here and takes care of it. You know, still got all of our edge and all that. This 1075, some good stuff. See, I think y'all can still see that. Yep, and just get in there, get it done. I still think, as a size knife, you want to cut stuff that's smaller than half the size of your blade. Once you get to some of these bigger ones, even like a third, this is a little large for trying to buck the entire thing with the Bowie. But I could do it with this if I needed to. I want to take the time. But once again, no problems. Our blade's still good. I reckon that'll take us to conclusions. Alright guys, well I got that done. I mean, it's still my favorite. It still gets it done. Highly recommend this if you have the money. I actually got this on trade from a fella, and I had no idea he had it, and he wanted to sweeten the deal. And it has definitely been a worthwhile investment, and as time goes on I might pick up a couple more. They're really good, they're really handy, and I mean, I've been playing with this for a couple of years now, and I haven't actually torn it up yet. And I reckon that'll about do it for this time. This is Redwolf signing off. Till next time, y'all keep up the good fight.